Welcome to Outdoor Oasis Ideas. Today, we're diving into the enchanting world of fall flower pot landscapes on patios. As the leaves turn and the air grows crisp, it's time to reimagine our outdoor spaces with the warm, rich hues of autumn. Fall is a season of transformation, and our patios should reflect this beautiful change. Flower pots offer a versatile and manageable way to bring the essence of autumn to any outdoor area, regardless of its size. With the right selection of plants, containers, and design elements, even the smallest patio can become a stunning fall oasis. The key to creating a captivating fall flower pot landscape lies in understanding the unique characteristics of the season. Autumn brings shorter days, cooler temperatures, and a shift in nature's palette. By embracing these changes, we can design container gardens that not only survive, but thrive in the autumn months. When planning a fall flower pot landscape, start by considering the overall color scheme. The classic autumn palette includes warm reds, deep oranges, and golden yellows, reminiscent of changing leaves. However, don't be afraid to incorporate deep purples, rich burgundies, and even some remnants of summer's pinks and whites for contrast and depth. Chrysanthemums, or mums, are the quintessential fall flower and a must-have for any autumn container garden. These versatile plants come in a wide range of colors and sizes, making them perfect for creating a vibrant display. Choose a mix of early, mid, and late blooming varieties to ensure a continuous show of color throughout the season. While mums are fantastic, don't limit yourself to just one type of plant. Pansies are excellent choices for fall containers. These hardy flowers can withstand light frosts and will often bloom well into winter in milder climates. Their cheery faces and various colors add a playful touch to any arrangement and complement the more serious tones of autumn beautifully. Ornamental kale and cabbage are stunning additions to fall container gardens. Their ruffled leaves in shades of purple, pink, and white create interesting textures and provide a cool weather alternative to traditional blooms. As temperatures drop, their colors often intensify, adding drama to your display. These plants are particularly effective when paired with flowers in complementary colors. Don't forget about the power of foliage plants in your fall flower pots. Coleus, with its vibrant leaves and shades of burgundy, chartreuse, and orange, can provide a stunning backdrop for flowering plants. Heuchera, or coral bells, offer similar benefits with their colorful ruffled leaves that persist through fall and often into winter. These plants add depth and interest to your containers, even when flowers are scarce. When arranging plants in your fall containers, consider the principle of thriller, filler, spiller. The thriller is your focal point, perhaps a tall, eye-catching ornamental grass or a particularly vibrant mum. Fillers are medium-height plants that add bulk to the arrangement, while spillers are trailing plants that soften the edges of the container and create a sense of abundance. Speaking of spillers, ivy is an excellent choice for fall containers. English ivy or variegated ivy can trail gracefully over the edges of your pots, adding a touch of elegance and softening harsh lines. For a pop of color, consider using Creeping Jenny, which turns a lovely golden hue in fall. These trailing plants create a lush, abundant look that's particularly appealing in autumn. As you plan your fall flower pot landscape, don't overlook the importance of texture. Mixing plants with different leaf shapes and sizes creates visual interest and depth. The lacy leaves of Dusty Miller, for instance, provide a beautiful contrast to the bold flowers of mums or the smooth leaves of pansies. This interplay of textures adds sophistication to your patio design. When selecting containers for your fall flower pot landscape, consider materials that complement the season. Rustic wooden planters, galvanized metal tubs, or even repurposed vintage items like old wheelbarrows can add character and warmth to your fall display. Just ensure that whatever container you choose has adequate drainage to prevent waterlogging. As you assemble your fall containers, pay attention to plant heights and growth habits. Place taller plants towards the back or center of the container, with shorter plants in front. This creates a pleasing visual arrangement and ensures that smaller plants aren't overshadowed as the season progresses. This principle is particularly important when creating a multi-pot landscape on your patio. Soil choice is crucial for successful fall flower pot gardens. Use a high-quality potting mix that drains well, but also retains enough moisture to support plant growth. Adding a slow-release fertilizer at planting time can provide nutrients throughout the season. Especially important for heavy feeders like mums. Remember, healthy soil leads to healthy plants, which are better equipped to handle the cooler temperatures of fall. Watering is a critical aspect of maintaining fall flower pot landscapes. While cooler temperatures and increased rainfall might reduce watering needs compared to summer, it's important not to let plants dry out completely. Check soil moisture regularly and water when the top inch of soil feels dry. Be particularly vigilant with hanging baskets or small containers, which tend to dry out faster. As the season progresses, don't be afraid to refresh your containers. Remove any plants that have finished blooming or are past their prime. This not only keeps the display looking tidy, but also prevents disease and pest issues. Replace spent plants with fresh fall favorites or interesting decorative elements to maintain visual appeal throughout the season. Consider incorporating some late-blooming perennials into your fall flower pots for unexpected pops of color. Asters, with their daisy-like flowers in shades of purple, pink, and white, are excellent choices. Sedum Autumn Joy is another fall standout, with its clusters of pink flowers that deepen to russet as the season progresses. These perennials can be transplanted into the garden after the season, providing years of enjoyment. For a touch of fragrance in your fall flower pots, consider adding herbs like sage or rosemary. These plants not only smell wonderful, but also provide interesting textures and can be used in fall cooking. Their silvery green foliage contrasts beautifully with the rich colors of other fall plants. Imagine the delight of brushing against a fragrant rosemary plant as you enjoy your patio on a cool autumn evening. Don't forget about bulbs when planning your fall flower pot landscape. While many bulbs are planted in fall for spring blooming, some, like autumn crocus or fall blooming cyclamen, can provide unexpected bursts of color in your autumn displays. Planting spring blooming bulbs in your fall containers also sets the stage for early color next year. It's like planting a little surprise for your future self. As daylight hours decrease in fall, consider adding some subtle lighting to your patio flower pot landscape. Small solar-powered fairy lights woven through the plants can create a magical ambience in the evening hours, extending the enjoyment of your outdoor space well into the night. This soft lighting can highlight the textures and colors of your plants in a whole new way. Maintenance is key to keeping your fall flower pot landscape looking its best. Regularly remove dead leaves and spent blooms to encourage continued flowering and prevent disease. This routine care not only keeps your display attractive, but also allows you to stay connected with your plants, noticing subtle changes as the season progresses. When designing your fall flower pot landscape, consider creating visual rhythm through repetition. Use the same type of container or color scheme in multiple pots to create a cohesive look. This doesn't mean every pot needs to be identical. Variety within a theme can create a sophisticated designer look. Consider the backdrop of your fall flower pot landscape. If your patio has a plain wall or fence, use this to your advantage. Place tall containers with colorful fall foliage against the backdrop to create a living wall effect. This can make your space feel larger and more lush. Remember that fall flower pots aren't just for flowers. Ornamental vegetables can add unexpected beauty to your containers. Plants like Swiss chard, bright lights with its colorful stems, or purple-leaved kale can provide both visual interest and edible treats. As you plan your fall flower pot landscape, think about creating outdoor rooms or zones on your patio. Use larger containers to define different areas, such as a dining space or a cozy reading nook. This can make even a small patio feel more spacious and functional. Don't overlook the power of evergreens in your fall container designs. While deciduous plants are shedding their leaves, evergreens provide constant color and structure. Dwarf conifers, boxwood, or small hollies can provide a stable backdrop for your changing fall display and continue to look good even as winter approaches. Consider incorporating elements of height into your fall flower pot landscape. Use plant stands, overturned pots, or even small ladders to create different levels in your display. This vertical interest draws the eye upward, making your space feel larger and more dynamic. As the weather cools, think about ways to extend the use of your patio. Consider adding a fire pit surrounded by fall flower pots. The warmth of the fire will not only make the space more usable on cool evenings, but will also beautifully illuminate your fall plantings. As you plan your container combinations, think about how the plants will grow and change throughout the season. Some plants, like ornamental cabbage, will get larger and more colorful as the weather cools. Others may fade more quickly. Plan for these changes to ensure your display remains attractive throughout the season. Don't forget about the power of scent in your fall flower pot landscape. In addition to herbs, consider plants like sweet alyssum or stock for their fragrant blooms. These scents can evoke memories and create a multi-sensory experience on your patio. As you arrange your fall flower pots, consider creating vignettes or small scenes. A grouping of pots with a cohesive theme can tell a story or create a mood. For example, a collection of containers with plants in warm autumnal hues grouped around a small bench can create a cozy seating area. Remember that fall is a great time for garden projects. As you're arranging your flower pots, consider other improvements you might make to your patio. A fresh coat of paint on furniture, new outdoor cushions in fall colors, or the addition of outdoor art can all enhance your autumn display. Thank you for joining us on this journey through fall flower pot landscapes. We hope this video has inspired you to create your own autumn oasis on your patio. If you've enjoyed this content and want more gardening tips and inspiration, please subscribe to our channel, Outdoor Oasis Ideas. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Happy gardening, and we'll see you in the next video.